Hi, this is Miss Claywell here with skill 12, factoring by grouping. So we're going to take a second to define like what is a factor and what is factoring by grouping. So a factor is a number or an expression, or numbers or expressions that multiply together to find another, or to make so basically factors are the components that make up another expression or number. So factoring is just finding the factors. So we're thinking what things multiply to 28. We can do 1 and 28, 2 and 14, 4 and 7. So all these are factors. But now let's think we've done a lot of multiplying binomials. So x plus 2 times x plus 3 equals x squared plus 5x plus 6. So what expressions multiply, like what are the factors or what are the things that multiply together to get us x squared plus 5x plus 6? So a factor of this x squared plus 5x plus 6 is an x plus 2 and an x plus 3. So factors are just the terms that multiply together to make another term. Why they're helpful is they help us solve quadratic equations. These cannot be solved the same way we solve linear equations. So for example, I can't get x by itself here. Say I get 6 to the other side, I'm stuck. X is not by itself. So we're going to learn how to factor in order to eventually solve quadratic equations like this. So let's go through these steps. Is there a greatest common factor? No. Group the first two terms and the second two terms together. So there's my first two terms. There's my second two terms. Now these have factors in common. So the first one both have an x in common. Now this is 5x plus 1. The 10x plus 2, they both have a 2 in common. So I get what I call our matching and our leftovers. So what they both have in common is our matching and what is left, or our leftovers, is our x plus 2. Now if we ever wanted to check this, we could take the time to multiply out our factors. So this is 5x squared plus 2x, or plus 10x plus x plus 2. So this one works out. Okay, is there a greatest common factor? Yes. I can pull a 2 out of each of these. Now let's write mine. I'm going to have a 2 on the outside. Let's write the first two terms next to each other and the second two terms next to each other and group them. And now I'm going to see if I can pull out an x, and I can pull out a positive 3. Okay, here I have my leftovers and my matching. So I have my matching, my leftovers, and I can't forget this 2 here. So now we can go ahead and check this. So I have 2, 4x minus 5, x plus 3. So I can distribute that to 8x minus 10, x plus 3. You can do the box method or distribution. Okay, my order's a little different, but yes, I have all the terms that my original problem has. Okay, here, everyone was thinking, is there a greatest common factor? Yes. An x. So I can factor out an x. I'm going to write my x on the outside. We can't forget it. I'm going to group my first 2 terms together and my second 2 terms together. Here's my leftover. And here's my matching. So I'm going to pull out my matching. What I have left over is this. I can check this again by distributing everything and seeing if I get. So I distributed that x just into the first term. And then we can distribute here. Yes, my factors are correct because when I multiplied all of them, I ended up with my original expression. Last one. I have more than one variable, so that's okay. There's nothing in common, but I can still group the first terms together. I'm going to do a plus sign in between. I can still group all my second terms together. Let's see if we can pull out. I can pull out an A. I can pull out a B, a negative B. Here, let's write that a little better. When I factor out a negative, this negative becomes positive. So now I have my matching. And my leftovers. If I wanted to check this, I can still check this. My terms are in a different order, but that's okay than my original because I still have all the terms there. So come to class if you have any questions.